Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video, so we're going to talk about Henry Cavill. He's my secret boyfriend. No, he actually isn't my boyfriend. Geeky would be jealous we'd have to fight over Henry Cavill. Well, no, we're going to talk about Netflix. We're going to talk about the binging model and how they are going to change it. Supposedly, Netflix is done with the binge. Done with binging, because here's the problem with this. When you're a streamer, right? People subscribe for one show, they watch the show in its entirety, and then they cancel. And Netflix doesn't have a lot of really good stuff on it these days, so a lot of people are just watching one show and canceling. What they're not watching is The Witcher, and we're going to talk about this because this was a freaking disaster. The Witcher Season 3 was a disaster, and Season 4 is also going to be an unmitigated disaster, and I don't think it matters how they split it. I don't think it matters at all how they split it. So we're gonna talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Also, go out to shopclownfish.com. You have 9 hours as of recording this video to back our second chance campaign for Crimson Wren and previously on Clownfish TV. Previously on Clownfish TV is with the printer. Right now, we expect it hopefully next month, maybe early October. Crimson Wren is in stock. The second chance offer, we will be fulfilling these after we fulfill our Kickstarter and Indiegogo obligations. That is the way it should be. So after everybody else gets their books, you will get your books, but at least you have a chance to get these books. Just so you know, it is a pre-order. Again, that's shopclownfish.com. And thank you so much to those of you who have supported us. It means a lot. It means we can make more comics. We're hoping to do Shadowbinders 3, launch that one here within the next couple of weeks, and we might actually just put that on Shop Clownfish, not even go to Indiegogo or Kickstarter. I don't know what we're going to do yet. It depends on how things go. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Netflix revising its binge viewing playbook. The Witcher and The Lincoln Lawyer are the latest two originals to get two-part premieres. Is that bet paying off? They said no, it really isn't paying off as much as they were hoping for. As I understand it, most popular streaming shows get 75% of views in the first 15 days, said Samba TV. That makes the timing and manner of a debut a crucial question. And Stranger Things can pull it off because it was Stranger Things. The Witcher is damaged goods. The idea behind swapping an all-at-once release for a two-part premiere makes sense on paper, but while there's no reason to believe these divided seasons may increase social media impact, they're also leading to lower completion rates. It's a strategy, in other words, that can boost buzz at the cost of binges. Defining streaming success. Oh my God, they're putting it in quotes. There's no consensus on what makes a show successful in the streaming age. Is it high completion rates, huge amounts of hours viewed, impressions on TikTok, or loyal fans? According to Naven, I think, who is from Samba, the answer is basically all the above. No, it should be views. It should just be views. How many people paid for the service and watched your show? Why is this so damn hard? Why is this so hard? We've got this many subscribers paying us and they're watching this show. This is not rocket science, but they're trying to be like, oh, it's a success because everybody on Twitter is talking about it. Oh, there's lots of fan fiction out there. That's a success. No, a success is you're making money. People are paying you for a service, which is watching these shows, right? Just put the damn numbers out there. Just put the numbers out there and say, look, this is exactly how many people watch the show. But they're not going to do that because you're going to find out that the majority of shows on these streaming platforms do not perform. They don't. To win in today's competitive market, streamers need a trifecta: engaged viewers who watch full seasons, remain loyal to the service, and don't churn. Well, what if they're watching your show and they're churning their own butter on the couch? Depends on which service you're subscribing to, I guess. Some people like that. I don't know. Plus the social buzz that attracts new audiences, this guy told The Wrap. The social impact was crucial for growth as well as subscriber retention. Yeah, the social impact of The Witcher is it was dog shit. It was a stupid decision to deviate from the source material, and that basically drove Henry Cavill away. And then we had people working on the show not only blaming Henry Cavill, but now they're coming out and blaming everybody else. And we're going to talk about that too. This is chasing people off too. You want to retain your audience. You don't want them to churn. You don't want them to go to somebody else to get their churning on. You got to make sure you're giving people what they're paying for, what they want, what they expect. okay? You can't just put out subpar shit and expect people to pay for it. It's not working anymore. We want viral moments. My God, what is this, 2017? Splits on the rise. Netflix's two-part trend didn't really take off until 2021 with Money Heist and Lupin. Yeah, but they were popular. Because Netflix only started sharing its weekly top 10 list in November 2021, it's difficult to tell how this divided season of Money Heist performed compared to previous installments. It makes sense that Netflix will experiment with this shifted release schedule, particularly for bigger shows, and they did that, of course, with Stranger Things, but Stranger Things is kind of an event. It has to be an event. If it's not an event, people don't care. So now they're looking at Google Trends. Look, I don't give a crap about Google Trends. Okay, apparently their people do because they want to justify the existence of some of these shows. At the end of the day, how many paying customers watched a particular show? That is your metric of success. Chatter, good or bad, Google Trends, good or bad, that could lead to additional success, I guess, and it can also lead to a massive decline. In the case of The Witcher, people were really pissed about Henry Cavill, and they're really pissed about deviating from the source material, so they didn't tune in for season 3, and they're not going to tune in for season 4. They're saying fewer people finish. They start churning, but they don't finish. Apparently, if Henry Cavill's not in it, they're not going to finish churning. Fewer finish. It's hard to say if two-part premieres have increased or decreased viewership season over season because there are not many usable examples. Netflix did release statistics about select shows before the top 10 list in 2021, the successful ones, right? Based on Netflix metrics, The Witcher Season 2 generated 142 million hours during its first week. The series' two-part premiere of Season 3 appeared to have led to an overall drop in viewership. During the first week on Netflix, Season 3 Part 1 drew 73 million hours, Part 2 drew 59 million hours. That wasn't the case for The Lincoln Lawyer Season 2. Season 1 only saw 45 million hours. What is The Lincoln Lawyer? The Lincoln Lawyer. That doesn't sound like a real show, but apparently it is. Look at this. Look at this. The reason people did not come back for season 3 of The Witcher is because they didn't like season 2. They didn't like the deviations from the source material. They didn't like the fact that they knew Henry Cavill was being replaced. It was very controversial how he got gone from the show because he's made it very well known that he was a huge fan of the books and the games, and they deviate from the source material. And they're like, oh, they're not coming back. It's because we split the season. We split the season, everybody. No. You split the fan base, and they didn't come back. So let's talk about this real quick. We didn't talk about this before, but yeah, the producer blamed stupid Americans and emotional young people for the show's failures. Okay. So this is Tomek Baginski, a producer on The Witcher. They need to shut up. Netflix needs to shut their people up. Same with the writers, same with Hiss Rich and some of those other writers that went after the guy, I forget his name off the top of my head, who went to go on to X-Men 97. They need to stop talking. They're doing more damage by talking. So this guy gave many reasons why changes were made to The Witcher that deviate from the books and short stories, including production chaos and unforeseen issues like actors falling ill. Then they said that was reasonable until he said this. When a series is made for a huge mass of viewers with different experiences from different parts of the world, and a large part of them are Americans, these simplifications not only make sense, they're necessary. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. You think people are going to come back for season 4 at all? Fuck you. It's painful for us and for me too, but the higher level of nuance and complexity will have a smaller range. It won't reach people. Sometimes it may go too far, but we have to make those decisions and accept them. Did you hear that, fellow Americans? The higher level of nuance and complexity in the books is going to be lost on us. We're too stupid. It's not the show's fault, but our own, and we must humbly receive our lumps. Fuck this production. Seriously. Fuck these people. Why would you support? They're literally telling you that you're the problem. Again, what year is this? 2017? We've seen this from comic writers. We've seen it from video game people. We've seen it from all walks of elitist assholes in Hollywood and in publishing. You're too dumb to understand that my stuff is good. My take on these characters is better than the original books. It's better than the games. You know? Americans were so confused by the books, we didn't turn them into bestsellers in the US. Our poor empty heads were so rattled by the complexities of the games that we didn't turn that trilogy into one of the most lucrative and well-regarded RPGs in history. It won over 200 Game of the Year awards, including many from American award givers. You deserve to fucking fail. And Liam Hemsworth, if they actually go through with this disaster, season 4, and they're gonna have some like, oh, we've got some really obscure thing from the books we're gonna use to explain why it looks different. Bullshit, nobody wants it. Oh, the Americans, they were too dumb to understand. You know, they were too dumb to understand that this was, you know, this was kind of sort of part of the lore. Fuck these people. The reason the show failed is it's not good. Henry Cavill's gone. And your people keep talking out of their asses. That's why The Witcher failed. I didn't bother watching it. I loved the first season. I thought it was pretty good. Second season was not good. And the third season I've heard things about and I have no desire to watch it. And there is no way in hell I'm going to watch a fourth season. They wanted to turn this into the Game of Thrones. Right? They have all kinds of spin-offs planned. This was going to be their Lord of the Rings. It was going to be their Game of Thrones. And you've got people like that asshole producer in charge that is poisoning the well. It has nothing to do with the split. It has nothing to do with the split. It's you. You are the problem. Netflix, your people in charge of The Witcher are the problem. You need to fire them all. And if you're going to save this, fire them all, wait about 10 years and try it again with all new people that actually like the books and the games. Just my personal opinion. Take it or leave it. I don't care. But hey, go out and support us at shopclownfish.com. We'll talk later. Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.